Okay, so today I'm going to talk about a topic in my short arm life. I hope you're excited. I am too, so let's get started. So last week I talked about how the world was still wonderful and that I really appreciated when people reach things on the top shelf in the grocery store when I'm by myself. And today we're kind of going to talk about the opposite, sort of. One of the things about having short arms is that I get stared at quite frequently. Yeah, pretty often. And you know, that's what happens. It's fine. I've gotten used to it. I feel like a mini celebrity sometimes. I remember I was going with a friend and he mentioned that he was going out with me, and I guess the person that he was talking to asked who I was, and so he sort of quickly described me and mentioned that I had short arms, and his friend was like, "You know that girl? What?" So it is Winnipeg. It's not like we're in a giant city, so I guess I'm seen around the city, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, I get stared at. It's fine. It is what it is. That's no problem. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating if you're gonna stare at me and then stare at me and then stare at me and then stare at me, then I'm probably gonna get a bit annoyed. But if you're gonna glance, look, that's okay. One of my least favorite things about it is the way that parents react to kids who ask about it. It makes my skin crawl when I see a parent scold or yell at a child because they're asking why I have short arms. And I feel bad for the kid, I truly do, because children just have this natural curiosity. They just want to know. And so by asking your parent, you think that that person is going to look out for you and explain things to you and enlighten you and introduce you to the world. So all they're doing is asking, you know, hey, why does she have short arms? And I understand, I guess, as adults, maybe it might be a bit embarrassing to have your kid like yell out in the middle of a store saying, hey, what's up with that? So I get it. But I also don't understand why you would scold your child just for asking a question. I just don't understand. So when I get asked about why I have short arms by a child, I just say, oh, well, you know, when I was in my mommy's tummy, this is just how I grew. So you were born with brown eyes, I was born with green eyes. You were born with long arms, I was born with short arms. And in their child brain, they're like, oh, okay, so when I was in her tummy, I have brown eyes and she has green eyes, and I have long arms and she has short arms. Okay, I get it. And then they understand and they walk away with knowing, like, okay, that's okay. So there are different people in the world. We grow differently in mommy's tummy, and that's okay. If you're a parent who's gonna try and shelter or not explain the differences of people in the world, you're gonna have a really big problem when you are out in public and they see two people of different race, you know, holding hands. And if that child has a mommy and daddy who have the same skin color, they're gonna be like, hey, what's up with that? You know, is that okay? Or if they see two women together or two men kissing, you know, oh, I've never seen that before, and they're gonna ask. So enlightening your child, explaining to them that there are differences in the world and that that's okay, I feel like it's just a better way of explaining to them and making them understand and just making them better, well-versed people. I think that that's really one of your jobs as a parent when you have kids. And honestly, if you get embarrassed because your child in the middle of the store with a very loud voice saying, hey mom, why does she have short arms? First off, they're a kid. It's okay. I would rather them ask than just scream because you didn't get them a toy. So really take it into perspective and really understand, you know, pick your battles and really understand. Don't be embarrassed because they're not embarrassed. They really honestly just want to know. And I feel like kids' reactions are always my favorite. There are some people that just surprise you like no other. I remember hearing this story when I was really little. My mom was in the waiting room waiting for the doctor, and there was this little girl. She had Down syndrome, and so she was very curious and very, you know, interested in talking to my mom. And she asked what my mom was there for, and she said, oh, well, you know, Christen is sick and I don't know if you noticed this, but you know, she has short arms, and so we're just here for a doctor's appointment, and you know, we're hoping that she'll get better, and you know, just trying to talk to a little kid. And then after, she looked up at my mom and said, no, I didn't notice her little arms, but I noticed her beautiful eyes. Things that kids say. To parents, encourage your children to understand that there are differences, and you know, have those conversations with them. It's never too early to really enlighten them that there are differences in the world. And honestly, it's never too early to start talking about differences to your kids. And my hairdresser, she has a little girl, and she'll be 3 in October, and a little while ago, I would say, she was starting to touch my arms and really like, there's something different here. And when she hands me something, she hands it to where, you know, a long-armed person can reach. And Aaron will say to her, oh, Kristen can't reach, you have to put it all the way to her hand. And she'd be like, oh, okay, all the way to her hand. Okay, I'll go a little farther. And like, she's 3. And so it's never too early to just explain to them, help them understand. So that was Talk Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.